When I was a self-righteous 15-year-old, I often used to look at my parents smoke and be like, damn, I hope I never pick up this filthy habit. Guess that didn't work out too well, did it? You want to know how 2 out of 3 Indians save at least 20,000 rupees a year? Simple. They don't smoke. Because smoking is an expensive habit. This is what 20,000 rupees worth of cigarettes look like. And this is what 20,000 rupees worth of life looks like. And not once has a smoker ever said,
I need to stop smoking.
more like,
I need to find a better job.
how else are you going to sustain this filthy habit? You don't need stats to know that a lot of Indians smoke, and for some reason we are not ashamed of it. All the efforts to stop people from smoking, such as the high prices, the warning labels, and the ridiculously bad advertising, has led to nothing because we are still smoking and we don't really give a shit.
Cigarettes, aren't they just amazing? It has secret energy-giving powers. Loneliness is a thing of the past. It's literally the fire of the party. Food will never taste the same again. Wake up fresh every morning. Stop being a child, you nincompoop, and start being an adult.
The only thing the anti-smoking campaign has successfully achieved is destroying the movie watching experience. Which makes me wonder, why do we not care enough? Why are we still doing this? Why are we so physically and financially damaging to ourselves? And why are we not slapping these cancer sticks out of people's hands? Not mine, you idiot. I'm already telling them not to smoke. Let's look at some obligatory statistics, shall we? Tobacco is linked with 100 million deaths in the 20th century. If current trends continue, it could cause 1 billion deaths in the 21st century. The number of smokers worldwide has increased from 721 million in 1980 to 967 million in 2012. Of that, 120 million smokers are right here in India. According to the WHO, over 1 million people die every year from tobacco-related diseases. So far, only Madhya Pradesh, Bihar, and Kerala have banned the sale of certain tobacco products. Now, my introduction to tobacco was not the usual way. I had never smoked a cigarette until I was 25, and when I did, I went through the same cycle of bullshit that every other smoker goes through.
Can I borrow a cigarette?
Sure, man. I didn't know you were a smoker.
Smoker? Who, me? I usually smoke at social events and parties. I can quit anytime.
Sound familiar?
Because I just had sex.
Because I just ate.
Because I'm on a diet.
Because I can't take a dump without it in the morning.
Because I don't give a shit.
Because I'm an addict. Nicotine is very, very addictive. In a study conducted by Professor Gable of Claremont University, nicotine is not as lethal as, say, cocaine, MDMA, or heroin, but it is more addictive than marijuana, cocaine, and morphine. Alcohol, not as addictive as nicotine, but super lethal. Moving on. Smokers smoke because we want to, and because we can. And the thing that we've mastered is the art of ignoring all the warning signs. In fact, experts say there are 4 distinct stages to cigarette addiction, which I've altered a little bit because I'm a smoker, and that makes me more of an expert than an expert. We all have that one friend who we needlessly blame for getting us into smoking. But honestly, it's because you were out with a bunch of people, you were put on the spot, You did not want to look like a loser, so you took it. You puffed it. You passed it. But the habit stuck around. You can easily stop at this point, but you won't. You will keep lighting new ones and expecting something magical to happen. But seriously, you realize there is nothing more to it. Guess what? You just missed your last easy chance to not be a smoker. Which brings us to... yes, this is where it all gets so depressing. Because you're going to start lying to yourself about the harsh reality that you are now a smoker. You realize you can't do the big job in the loo without one. And post-dinner ice cream is replaced with post-dinner stogies. You know it does nothing for you except make you weirdly drowsy. And you will constantly question your common sense every time you see that oddly beautiful, flat-burning end of a freshly lit cigarette. You will wake up with cotton mouth and go to sleep with an exhausted body. Staircases will seem like such a daunting task. Food suddenly starts to taste like cardboard. You convince yourself you'll be fine because you've met 75-year-olds who smoke. And you will also realize that the biggest enemy in this battle is you. Basically, you're counting on being an exception. Okay, yeah, we get it. Let's be honest, there is no trying to quit smoking. You either do or you don't. But there's some people out there who like to bluff and con themselves, and this is what you might do. The mild approach. You go from milds to ultra milds, but just end up smoking twice the number of ultra milds. The less is more fallacy. You tell yourself to only buy 3 cigarettes at a time because you'll smoke lesser, but you end up going to the local Panwadi 5 times a day, spending more on individual cigarettes, wasting more time and energy. The digital approach, where you buy electronic cigarettes only to realize you missed that flat fire because nothing electronic is real. But then you tell yourself, chuck it, I'm going to roll my own cigarettes. Because you tell yourself that the effort of rolling a cigarette will actually make me smoke less. But what you actually end up doing is
smoke weed every day.
Okay, fine. This is the part where acceptance finally sinks in and you realize you're stuck with this bloody habit. And even if you want to quit, just the thought of it seems so daunting that you just give up and light another. The whole anti-smoking campaign in India, which is smoking kills, is super vague and stupid. Because newsflash, anyone can die at any time. And that is why we don't even fear cigarettes, because we know this is not the only reason we die. But one thing I can tell you without a shadow of doubt from personal experiences, that smoking may not kill you, but it certainly makes living extremely difficult. If you've never taken a drag of this fucking thing, do yourself a massive favor and don't. As for the rest of us, good luck.